conference is no longer being recorded.
Sorry.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And before we started,
This conference will now be recorded.
Who all do we have on?
You have Anthony, Roy, Deidre, Janine, Travis Parmley, and Randy Frank on right now.
First things first, has everybody had a chance to review the resolution? I've had a little bit.
Glance through it.
Yeah,
Any questions, concerns, any issues?
I haven't had a chance to read it, but
Can't make any changes.
Okay. With that, I would hear a motion to approve.
I'd make a motion to approve resolution 2020-21 for Marion County Coronavirus Artist Relief Fund resolution.
Okay. We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Got a second by Dave. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5-1.
Yeah, that's,
Is that good enough?
I think so.
Okay. All right, with that out of the way. And on to our task force. The other day, we were all pretty well, I think, consensus in the room, honestly, but, with Randy, Deidre, Janine, Tina, but, I don't know how all you all feel, but I think we stretched Tina a little thin.
Yeah, we've talked about it, so
So,
I think we need to replace her.
I don't think that she can't handle it, I just think that she's got a lot of stuff going on right now, so. So, those three, so Randy for emergency, fire, EMS, all that, Deidre for health, Janine for accountability on the county, that's with Aaron on the school of superintendents out of Marion. Rusty Allen for Tabor, which covers college and religious base.
Yeah, and just for, as an update, we did send an email out to all the churches and we didn't have any other responses on that. And I did send an email out to all the school superintendents as well. And I didn't get any responses back except for one that said Aaron would be fantastic. So, no other superintendents had put their name in.
And for IT is Lloyd. And then eco development, we got
Got two full-time.
this is for the farm.
Anthony or Randy call it. That's the one we're basically gonna have to make a choice.
I don't think to make, I don't care to make a choice, but they both worked together before. I don't know whether that could happen.
Right, and that's what I was gonna see, if we could let Anthony speak, or Randy, if he's on
Yeah.
there. If they have any feelings on the matter.
Would they both be good? I mean,
So-
each from major city,
Yeah, but they're, but they're
because
both.
we don't have any.
But then you
Sure.
also, I'm sorry.
What?
I just, every other area has one
Yeah,
individual.
that was-
And you don't necessarily wanna overrepresent the economic development
Yeah.
piece in relation to
Right.
everything else, so
So,
that's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
See, on there, ask if he's willing to serve.
Anthony, are you able to unmute?
Hey guys, I'm in my car right now.
Okay.
I don't know if Randy is on too or not, but I don't know if it would be possible. I'd have to talk to Randy about this, but what if him and I were both on the task force, but we just had one vote? You know, Randy and I get along to the extent where I think we could manage something like that. I don't know his feelings, but we could probably do something like that. Because I do understand where Tina's coming from, not over-representing, you know, this one piece of it.
Or you could do like you've done, I mean, that's one option, or you could do like what you've done with the schools and have one person appointed, but with the consultation of the other.
Right. Yeah, I would, in all of these positions, I would like to see that if they can't attend the meeting, so I have to meet you.
Yeah, he's got it.
Like, if Randy's not able to make it, Randy,
Call it?
no.
Frank.
Frank is, at least he gets somebody there that day for the meeting,
Yeah.
his designee or something, so it would work the same with Anthony or Randy
Just be
Cole.
a meeting, a member and a designee for each member.
Yeah, so that they would find their own replacement for that meeting, so that that voice doesn't go unheard.
Okay, so you're not saying that they're both gonna be there at the same time, working in harmony, either one
Well,
or the other will be
They can
there.
work in harmony behind the scenes, but
Right.
they still only have one vote, so when the meeting comes to play, if Anthony can't make it, Randy can stand in his place.
If Randy is his designee.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
is that,
Yeah, if Randy
Sounds
is his
reasonable.
designee, right?
yeah, I don't see Randy Call it on there.
No, I'm not sure if he's in town. I think he may be out of
Okay.
town.
So with that, I guess I would go with Anthony, and then Randy could
Or his designee.
step in for Anthony when he can't be here or something. So with those names again, that's Randy, Deidre, Janine,
Can you give the last names too?
okay. Randy Frank, Deidre Zreen, Janine Bateman, Aaron Hall,
Humberg.
Rusty Allen, Lloyd Davies, and Anthony Roy. That puts us at 7. Does it sound okay with everybody?
Yes.
Okay with me?
Okay, well that, I will make a motion that we appoint,
Okay, is my understanding then this board will report back to us?
that's the way I interpret it, that they're gonna keep us updated, because ultimately it does fall on the county commission.
Right, I think you probably need to give them some directives of what to do, so
Okay.
they would probably need to, they would be able to need to meet and kind of develop a strategy of how the funds should be allocated for current expenses and then the future direct aid. And I would believe that you would want to direct them to report that back to you for your approval.
That's, I think,
Would that be a
pretty
separate
important as far as
motion?
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
That they,
The board and then the directives, 2 separate motions.
yeah, maybe that's the way we do it then.
Clean it up that way, okay.
Yeah.
So, back to the names. Randy Frank. Deidre
Sorry about
Serene,
that.
Janine Bateman, Aaron Holmberg, Rusty Allen, Lloyd Davies, and Anthony Roy. I'll make a motion that we approve those for our Spark Task Force. Second by Kent. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Pick number 5.
Okay.
So that was everyone, 5-0.
Yeah. I believe
I'd make a motion that, we would direct this group to come up with directives as far as the expenditures, for the COVID-19 funds, with approval to come from the county commission based on their recommendations. Is that covered?
I'll second it.
Diane seconds that. Any other discussion on that topic?
Looking at number 5, and there's quite a deal there. I'd say we can't change it. It's telling there exactly what they'll do and stuff.
So basically, the resolution covers it.
Covers some of it.
Yeah, there is a lot of information in that resolution that talks about what the intent of this is.
Yeah.
Well, this goes through the different steps,
Yeah.
different rounds, I mean.
And which I think this is a very good compared to most, all the other programs who've come out in the last 2 or 3 months. At least there is some guidance on the first day.
And they'll keep issuing more
Oh, yeah.
guidance, and with this two meetings this week, and they'll have the specific forms. They've got a good group, I think, at the state that's going to provide assistance and
Yeah, as long as we
clarification.
see what's going on to go with it, that's somehow, I don't care, just so we,
I think we're covered.
yeah, just so we know or can approve or do something before it's sent in.
Okay. And I think that was part of Kent's motion.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
To bring it back to us as a
Mhm.
recommendation for accountability.
Good. Second. Give it that.
Diane
No, I think
seconded.
Diane's.
Diane did, okay.
Sorry, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think number 6 basically gives us, just in a glance, the authority to do what we just done.
Okay,
And it does say transparency and accountability.
yeah,
It comes back to the county.
yeah.
So I think Randy was on the spot with that.
So this is a pretty good document for the government.
Come on, give them a slap.
And this does state that those Spark meetings must be made publicly accessible, so.
Yeah, yeah.
It would have to be some sort of taxpayer fund, whether it's federal.
Well, I was gonna ask, will then that group actually have a chairman?
I think they can function however they need to, but they'll need someone to record, they'll have to have minutes of their meetings.
Do we still have a person in the county that would do that? Be recorder and record them, if we hired somebody for this group,
Act as a clerk.
act, as a recorder and a clerk or something like that.
I mean, we don't have a designated person, but
What I'm getting at, Tina, is let's say the Eco-Deco committee, but if they had a professional recorder and they record the minutes and then it's approved back by that board, then we could hire, for this amount of money, I think we can spend some money for somebody to be.
We actually can, and we can hire somebody, even part-time, because there's not enough hours left in the year to put us over.
right, and I think that you're gonna need to hire someone anyway, just
Oh,
for that,
okay.
just for the bookkeeping part, and
Yeah,
that person
well,
could
that's
potentially
another issue.
also
So,
serve that function of attending the meetings and
Okay.
recording. Or a separate part-time person.
I mean, they're just, I think, one of the county city clerk, she used to do the zoning board's minutes.
Oh,
Something, Margot Yates,
Mhm.
something like that. What I'm getting at.
okay, I know people have things to do yet today, so I was, going to try to make this as brief as possible. Does anybody else have anything in? Okay, with that, I will.
Are we talking about the people hiring somebody to do this, maybe another be the administrative, like the Lindell, didn't we were talking about?
That would be for the board to, the task force to come up with a recommendation to us, I believe, right?
I think you could do it either way. I'm wondering if maybe you should let the board meet and figure out what they need and then go forward, because I'm wondering if perhaps the administrative part of it could be handled with a couple of part-time staff that are county staff, and that leaves a lot more money on the table for the actual benefit from these funds, rather than paying a high price to
Yes.
some sort of a administrator that we would still have to take a lot of time to provide information to.
Yeah, I'd like
And
to
they would
see-
just put it in the
We
forms probably.
have to do the work so they can approve it.
Right, so, I don't know, I mean, it's obviously, that's all up to you, but I wonder if maybe I ought to let your task force meet and let you know if they have a need for that, or what their thoughts are.
I would agree. I like to
Yeah.
let them meet and see. If they say that's something we need, then we need to take it seriously and address it. And if not, if they think they can handle whatever, then we need to let them.
Yeah, they need to be empowered and not feel like they've gotta run down us every 5 minutes.
Right.
We don't want that.
Yeah. I'm looking mainly for recommendations and just a final say, just to put the stamp on it. So, anything else? Okay, with that, I'll call the meeting adjourned.
Well, that was quick. We got that one done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thanks, Ken. I knew you had stuff